And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Billboard Q&A. My name is Chuck Dolphin. Our special guest is someone that first clicked her red high heels into the nation's hearts a few years ago. She's got a brand new album coming out tomorrow called 100 Proof. We're going to talk with the beautiful Kellie Pickler for the next few moments. You can also tweet your questions to hashtag BB Pickler.
There we go. There you go.
Well, I want to go back a few months to an event called Opry Goes Pink at the Grand Ole Opry House. You were there, and several other artists were there, as it was a night designed to salute those that have fought the battle against breast cancer. And you did a song that night called Stop Cheating on Me.
Yes.
And by this point, I'd already gone back out from backstage and was sitting out in the crowd. And I remember emailing your publicist.
Yeah.
This song is a classic. And I mean, such a great song. And I know that was one of the first songs that kind of led to the recording of this album.
Yeah, thank you very much for saying that. I love this song. Chris Stapleton, his wife Morgan Hayes, and Liz Rose wrote this song, and it was the first song that was MP3 to me. Late one night, I was laying in bed, and Luke Wooten, who is a co-producer on this project, sent me the song, and I couldn't really hear it great because it was just a little work tape. But I could hear it well enough to know this is a country song. This is country music to me. And I know everyone's definition of country music's different because country music's so open wide, you know, which is great. There's room for it all, I think. But this is the kind of country music that I want to make, and I knew it as soon as I heard it. I love this song, and I'm glad that it made the record.
100 Proof is a very different album for you than what you recorded prior. As you say, it's a little bit more, you know, the traditional side, kind of showcasing a lot of the roots. I can hear some Dolly Parton on this album.
Oh, gosh.
I can hear some, you know, Barbara Mandrell and Tammy Wynette, that Billy Sherrill sound on As Long as I Never See Your Face Again. You know, just some great classic sounding songs on here. Yeah,
thank you so much. All of those women that you just named, are big reasons why I fell in love with country music. I'm so proud of this record from the first song to the last song. I've never really poured my soul into anything like I have 100 Proof, and it truly is. Each song is a reflection of my life, and which I know a lot of other people will relate to, and that's what country music's about. It's about life, isn't it? Yeah.
That's true. That's true. I want to ask you about some of the specific songs on the album, but I got to share another story that happened not too long ago for you. You were on a show on the GAC or RFD network, excuse me, with Eddie Stubbs. And for those who don't know who Eddie Stubbs is necessarily, in Nashville he is just considered, you know, a jewel. Yeah,
he's country music royalty to me.
He's the night disc jockey, WSM-AM, and the home of the Grand Ole Opry, and loves traditional country music. He's a great proponent of traditional country music, and he's made some statements about you over the past few weeks and months that just kind of made you do a double take.
Oh, yeah, I'm a huge fan, and for someone like Eddie Stubbs to even know who Kellie Pickler is, that's a big deal for me. He is, to me, just a walking country encyclopedia. You know, he knows everything about country music from the very get-go, from the beginning, and from country music's birth. I really respect him, and you know, he was at the Opry the night that I performed "Stop Cheating on Me," and he just had such kind words to say about it, and compared it to something that Loretta Lynn would have sung, you know, back in the day. And that, I mean, that to me is greater than any award that you could ever win, because that is just, I mean, I value his opinion and I respect it. So it means a lot to me that, you know, that he loves the music.
A lot of folks in Nashville are commenting, you know, about this because, you know, the music is, you know, drastically different than what you've, you know, put out before and everything. And some of the comments coming from people like him, Bill Anderson, people like that has to make you feel really good.
I mean, I told you, you know, before we started rolling that, I mean, Bill Anderson, come on now. I mean, I get shocked every time I show up at the Grand Ole Opry and they even let me come in the door, and much less get on stage and sing in that circle, or all that history has been made. And you know, for someone like Bill Anderson or Eddie Stubbs to compliment my music and what I'm doing, it just really helps reassure to myself that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, you know. I mean, I've always loved country music. It's about the only music I like, and I respect all formats. I just didn't grow up on all the other stuff. I grew up on the classics, and so that's really where my heart is. And like I said, I'm still blown away by even, you know, thinking that they even know who I am.
The first cut on the album. I mean, we say it's a very traditional country album, but at the same time, I do want to clarify, it's got its share of, you know, kick your heels up, you know, type music.
I mean, it's Kelly country.
Yeah.
You know, I knew going in the studio, I'm not going to try to be Loretta Lynn, because there's one coal miner's daughter, and that is Loretta Lynn, and ain't nobody gonna fill her shoes. Nobody can replace Tammy Wynette. She is the one and only Tammy Wynette. No one can be Kitty Wells. She's the queen of country music, you know? And no one can be Dolly Parton. There's one Dolly Parton, and there's one Kellie Pickler.
Sure.
So I made Kelly's record, and I did sprinkle throughout the record, not even on purpose. It just sounds like it's just Kelly, and it just has a couple people that inspired me and made me fall in love with country music in the first place. It's got them sprinkled throughout it. So I love it. I'm real proud of it.
Going back to that first cut on the album, Where's Tammy Wynette When You Need Her? Such a neatly written song.
Yeah, I love this song, and I love the fact, and I've said this before in interviews, that Where's Tammy Wynette? When that track first starts off, number one, that guitar lick comes in, and then I stay torn between killing him and loving him. Right off the bat, you know, I'm about to listen to a country record.